How do you see this? We're 5 weeks out. How do you see the election playing itself out, frankly, in terms of where the voters are gonna break?
Yeah, I think that is a fundamental difference. The old way of doing things, where you just speak sweet words to people and offer slow, incremental change that is outpaced by larger social transformations that are making conditions worse, or a campaign that represents a willingness to be bold, but also grounded. And so, ambitious groundedness of what are the things that we can change to make things better. And so, I think with the different candidates, Adams dropping out, it is, I think most predictions are that, a decent amount of his support will go to Cuomo. I don't think we will know exactly for sure. A lot of the polling was wrong in the primary, quite wrong, and may still be wrong now. So, because of the way that politics have been, we've also have some very abysmal civic engagement and civic literacy. A lot of people don't necessarily vote on, what does this materially do? What are the actual policies? It's like, what's the name that I know? Who's my pastor or my imam telling me to vote for? And so, in many ways, this old politic is still running off of the fumes of that way of doing politics. Adams or Cuomo, they don't have people talking to people on the doors. It's just mailers and smears and being in the media, and a few public appearances. And their network of existing connections of this church or this ethnic organization. And so with Adams dropping out, it becomes a three-way race. God bless Cuomo and Sliwa and Adams, that their egos are so big that it gets in the way of them. If they really wanted to defeat Zohran, that they would actively just strategically thinking consolidate and coordinate. But God bless them for their egos. And I'm sure Trump has very explicitly said that he wants a particular outcome, which is to block Zohran. It was clear that he made offers to Eric Adams. We will probably find out in coming weeks whether Eric Adams dropping out is pursuant to some offer that was made. We really want to have Zohran win with as wide of a margin as possible, to demonstrate the mandate that he has, to demonstrate the
Right.
Yeah.
resonance that his campaign has. And hopefully, I'm not too expectant, but hopefully it triggers some self-reflection of the changes that are needed within the Democratic Party, within the larger political system that we have. And we can hope for it, but at the end of the day, we can only control that we can actually work on. And so for us, that is, we're out talking to people, we're knocking on doors, we're bringing Zohran to the community, we're moving our communities towards him, and not just as a individual or as a figurehead, but actually of a politic that is rooted in people's needs, around putting people first and being willing to be ambitious for transformational change and to not be beholden to donors or the billionaire class.